Hey, Wixman Ray here. Hey, hope you enjoyed our world weather tour. We'll try to refine it and make it better as we go along. But yeah, that was my first shot at it, and so yeah, that that might be interesting for y'all. So we're looking at our satellite here. Um, we got a couple storms here. So we got this low pressure moving into California with this big storm system bringing clouds and rain all up into California, and those clouds are spreading into Nevada, and it's even spreading dust. You can't see it because the clouds are over it, but we got dust out here in northern Nevada from the strong winds. There's some winds. I'll show you that here in a minute. Strong winds going on with this storm system coming on shore. Lots of rain, so definitely rain, going to be rain issues for parts of California. Some heavy rain probably, because this ain't going to be the last of them. Then we got some moisture kind of streaming up into the southwest. I think this is mostly just higher clouds, not much in the way of precipitation with this. And then we got this northern section of this whole storm with some rain and clouds up here through the Pacific Northwest into Idaho. And yeah, the rest of the country, I mean, you got some high clouds in the middle of the country, but really clear. Looks like some low, I don't know, there might have been some fog this morning out there, but some low cloud out here across Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, over the Gulf. A little bit of that down over northern part of Florida. Yeah, and then up here, yeah, there were some clouds up in those parts of the Pennsylvania and New York. But really, and this is a weak little clipper system, maybe a few little snow flurries or something up there with that, but nothing too crazy. This was that storm that went through the southeast here over the weekend. It's really blown up and moving out over the sea. Might bring some rain to Bermuda if it's not already raining out there. All right, that's that. So yeah, here we are in California. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty gusty winds, 30, 40-mile-an-hour winds. All these places are got some winds. Look at that. I mean, you got some light, moderate, heavier, these yellows are probably moderate to heavy rain in there. I mean, even down in the southern part here. So I know some of these areas had some high wind warnings. I know they got some winter warnings, winter storm warnings out here for the Sierras. So, yeah, even a little rain at Reno and Tonopah. So some of this is probably not all hitting the ground, as it's pretty dry. I mean, look, the dew points are in the 20s and the 50s, 40s and 50s, so it needs to moisten up in the lower atmosphere. But yeah, so some of this might not be hitting the ground yet, but it's definitely moistening up out west. So you got some rain, not quite cooled off. Yeah, Reno's dropped to 37, so it's cooling there. Vegas, even windy in Vegas, but yeah, look all through Nevada. We got some 20, 30-mile-an-hour winds. Looks like, man, over 40 at Ely. So, yeah. So you got the Carson Sink that kind of sits right out through here, and that's what gives all northern Nevada that nasty dust when you get these wind events, and that's what we got today. And you can see Elko is reporting 2.5 miles, and that's dust. That's not. They call it haze on the ASOS because it's automated. There's not a human observer there actually telling you it's dust, but it's dust. All right, so yeah, so that's what's going on there. More rain up north here coming into northern California. Some areas of rain and showers up all through the Pacific Northwest. Um, See, it's getting colder out here too. There's some 30s. Even at Seattle, it's 38. So yeah, there's that cold air is starting to come in with this system, and that's what we're going to see moving inland here through the week and bringing snow out here, farther in to the Rockies and the Great Basin. So yeah, is there anything else I should show you? Just warm across the south. Yeah, there's a little bit of light. There's some snow up in with that clipper. It looks like a little more than I thought, but most of it's up in Canada right now. May clip through the northeast and bring a little bit of snow tonight, and so yeah, something to keep an eye on up there. All right, so I think that's about it. Yes, very windy and wet and stormy across the west. Yeah, it's definitely concerning. A lot of rain out there in California. Oh, before I forget, yeah, look at that. So this is one site there, heavy snow there. I call it the Travel Lodge, but this is Lake Tahoe because I just call it that. I don't know why. They get moderate snow there. Truckie's getting some light to moderate snow. Yeah, so this whole area up here in the Sierras is starting to see snow. So there's heavy snow down there at in Yosemite. Yep, we're going to get lots of snow. All right, so let's move on to our forecast models here. Whoops. Okay, why do I always seem to do that? It's because I'm thinking I'm on my other computer and I'm not. Okay, so we're looking at this is the GFS American model. Not much going on out east. This was that little clipper up here. Yeah, showing some light snow, even rain down here. And there's that big storm, but that's going away. Not too concerned. So quiet on out here, but out west, there's all that rain and snow. And this is through, pretty close to now for the next couple hours. That's a depiction of what should be going on, or according to the model. So we'll kind of roll through the night. So you can kind of see that tonight into Tuesday, it comes into interior. They might get some snow in the valleys here by the morning. For northern Nevada. Maybe even Salt Lake might see some snow if it cools off enough tonight. Definitely up in the mountains, but yeah, rain clear down into Arizona, southern Arizona. Well, still rain on going across California, Southern California. Still snowing out here. There's that second storm. We talked about three of them the other day. So, yep, this is storm one. This is Tuesday morning, tomorrow. So you can kind of see this goes in through the day all the way through Tuesday afternoon. It starts to weaken, and then this is that low pressure that forms out over the northern plains, getting it real. It's already getting breezy out there today in parts of the plains, but this whole area will see some pretty, gusty winds and stuff. Most of this area, anyways. And but not a lot of moisture with it. It's mostly going to be along that the front that kind of goes along this area, but we'll see that. But this is storm two already. Tuesday rolls right into California. Another round of a lot of rain, heavy rain across, even getting close to Southern California. Yeah, as we go into Tuesday night to Wednesday morning, man, they're getting another round. Yeah, it looks like more snow for Utah, Nevada, all the way up into Idaho and parts of Colorado. So storm two's coming, and this is Wednesday morning. Yeah, like I told you, it's kind of the same thing we've been seeing. Rain way up north, and most of it's on the Canadian side, or far northern. North Dakota and northern Minnesota's getting some snow, but yeah, upper UP of Michigan will get snow. But yeah, we're on the cold side of this low pressure and this front, this warm front going through here. It's gonna be snow or something mixed, wintry type, and the rest of it'll be rain. So that's going through the day on Wednesday. Looks like some snow up for parts of New York, up maybe near Syracuse and north of there. Yeah. And this is that storm two now. It's already coming out into the Rockies here and into Idaho. Some lingering snow out in Nevada and even back here. So, and then there's storm three right there. Whoops. Going to bring another round of rain to California and more snow. Look, yep, there we go. Even Southern California. So, yeah, I'm real concerned. I think they're concerned about, flooding issues, landslides that get down there. And, you know, people have built in those places that don't do well in the heavy rain in California. Yeah, looks like this is that southern track storm we've been talking about. It'll go through northern Arizona and New Mexico, at least the northern part, go through Colorado. So that's storm three. Even this one, the second one, it's not as cold, but yeah, Flagstaff will probably get on the snow on this second one. Yeah. So, and this is Thursday, this third one coming in, and because you're Friday morning right here. Yeah, and then we see that. So after this, that's that first storm. The second storm, we see another low pressure, and that picks up some moisture along the warm front here, out over the mid-Atlantic and up through the Ohio Valley into Illinois. A little bit of snow on the backside, but looks like it. Yeah, it starts tapping into some of that Gulf moisture. Get some thunderstorms down here, probably along the cold front. There's that storm three right there. It's coming out of the Rockies, and you see the low forming, and you start seeing this heavier rain picking up through that part of the country. So, and I believe this is, what day is this here? Yeah, this is on Saturday. Northern Fringe might have a little snow there, something to watch. It's definitely going to get chillier up here in the northern half of the country by the weekend. So, and that races across Saturday and Sunday to the east. So probably another round of thunderstorms. Could be some stronger storms. Depends on how the dynamics go with that one on next weekend. But we'll keep you monitored. We'll watch that. Kind of been focused on these trio of storms, the triplets, huh? Not what they used to call those guys in Dallas when they had Troy Aikman, the triplets, yeah, when they had the teams back in the 90s with Jimmy Johnson. Anyways, yeah, and then maybe next weekend, kind of teasing Pacific Northwest, and maybe by the end of the weekend, another storm comes in. We'll see how that pans out. So yeah, so the bottom line is wet and windy out here, especially through probably, looks like it'll be windy tomorrow too for a good chunk of this area. I think it'll start quieting it down after that second storm on Tuesday and Wednesday, wind wise. But yeah, we're gonna see snow and rain out through this whole part of the country. Good snowpack for the mountains, most of them anyways. Couple storms breaking out into the plains later in the week, and then that one, the first storm, up kind of skirts the northern U.S. So, all right, I've gone on long enough here. This is I appreciate y'all listening in and and having patience with me. I'm trying to get better at this, but yeah. So, hey, appreciate you being here and looking and subscribing and liking or unliking or whatever you do with these videos. But I do appreciate y'all, especially those who like and subscribe. But I like all of you that are just looking at this. This is Wixman Ray out.